Oh, look what we have here. A little elf fell off the 60 Minutes shelf. Chris Wallace, you're about to get alphabet Sundaed. Yep, seems like little Chris Wallace needs to go back to the CBS shelf. Little elf on the shelf tries to compare Roy Moore to Brett Kavanaugh. Watch.
Final question,
Shocking.
sir. In the Alabama Senate race last year, you very quickly said, after Judge Roy Moore was accused of inappropriate conduct towards teenagers many years ago, you immediately said that you believed the women. Why didn't you believe Christine Blasey Ford?
I can't imagine comparing Brett Kavanaugh to Roy Moore.
Really? What is this? CNN?
Well, but the comparison. I'm not comparing them. I'm comparing the fact that
Multiple witnesses over and over and over kept popping up. Here we had an FBI investigation, and 3 members of our conference who were undecided took a look at the FBI investigation, and 2 of the 3 decided to confirm Judge Kavanaugh.
Yep, that's what happened.
The only point I'd make, sir, I'm not trying to get in an argument with you, is you oppose the FBI investigation.
No, I didn't. It was negotiated in my office. We agreed on the parameters of the FBI investigation in a meeting in my office Friday a week ago. Senator Murkowski, Senator Collins, Senator Flake. That was the scope of the FBI investigation. We agreed it would go on for a week, and we agreed we would talk to the people that Dr. Ford had mentioned and the people that Ramirez had mentioned, and that's...
Yeah, what is this, a flim-flam? Stumped again, Mr. Wallace, with your little liberal agendas. Honestly, this guy's trying to be CNN. I feel like I'm watching Chris Cuomo instead of Chris Wallace.
45 minutes
Susan
speech to the
Collins.
Senate on Friday outlining her decision
45-minute
to vote
speech.
for Judge Kavanaugh.
It felt a little
Senator.
longer.
Thank you, John. FBI background investigations that have been done on Judge Kavanaugh, and I, along with Jeff Flake and Lisa Murkowski, insisted that there be a supplemental FBI investigation to look at these allegations because they were so serious. There were a lot of rumors that only the 4 people that Dr. Ford mentioned in her testimony would be interviewed. That was not the case. I read 12 different interviews on Thursday.
12?
You have said you found her testimony believable in the sense that something happened to her. So is it your view something happened to her? It's just it wasn't...
Oh, something happened to her, all right. I think she may have been dropped on her head when she was a kid.
I am convinced that Dr. Ford believes what she told us and that she was a victim, a survivor of sexual assault, and that has been a trauma that has stayed with her for her entire life.
She's been through something.
We have a presumption of innocence in this country.
Correct.
And when I looked at the lack of any corroborating evidence, including no evidence from her very best friend who was present at the party, I could not conclude that Brett Kavanaugh...
You did a great thing, lady.
This system has not served either Brett Kavanaugh or Christine Ford well.
You mentioned you read 12 interviews. That reported had been 9, but it was 12?
There were 12 interviews. There was one person who had 2 different interviews. And
Okay, so it's even hard for the news reporters to understand. She just told him, and we heard it, 12. And he comes back with 9, but you said 12, kind of routine. Well, there you have it, manipulation by the media. I tell you what, the next time I see these Sunday news shows, I'm gonna have to have myself a mimosa before I start. All right, kids, let's go all the way up the dial, all the way up to the little C-SPAN, which sits perched up at the top of the Christmas tree like a big star, thinking it's all glorious and non-biased. Wrong. Here they actually edit the president's conversation with Kanye when it gets down to brass tacks about what's happening in Chicago.
Right now, they're not respecting, let's say your mayor, or let's say like me, and we're gonna have lunch, we're gonna talk.
One more time.
They respect this guy, they respect this guy. That's a big thing. Right now, they're not respecting, let's say your mayor, or let's say like me, and we're gonna have lunch, we're gonna talk. They respect this guy, they respect this guy. That's a big thing. Right now, they're not respecting, let's say your mayor, or let's say like me, and we're gonna have lunch,
There you
we're gonna
have it.
talk.
It's pretty shocking. They just cut out the part about the Chicago mayor. That's your C-SPAN. You better call your local cable company and tell them you're done. Have a great day. I'm off to do some laundry. Red, white, and blues day. Anyway, until next time, this is Alphabet Sunday, and you just had a bite.